Welcome to the Knuckleheads of Liberty.
So when you've suppressed the rights of your citizens to own firearms because you're a friggin' despot, and then all of a sudden the world closes in around you, your big brother to the north, I think, where Russia is, then all of a sudden, my goodness, what are we going to do now? Well, I got an idea. Let's give weapons to people who've never handled them in their lives. Let's, no problem there, right? All right, so here we are. Ordinary citizens all over Kiev are taking up arms in the fight against Russian forces as they close in on the capital city following 2 days of heavy attacks and hundreds of casualties. Russian President Vladimir Putin announced a special military operation in Ukraine early Thursday morning local time. Minutes later, Russian troops began pushing their way into Ukraine via its northern, eastern, and southern borders. As Russian forces started making their way toward Kiev, the Ukrainian government called on all citizens and patriots to take up arms in defense of the country, saying that only an ID was required and adding, "We give weapons to all patriots." Wow, how about that? Now, all right, we will give weapons to anyone who wants to defend the country, Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky said in a tweet. Be ready to support Ukraine in the squares of our cities. A little late to the party, but okay. According to the Kiev Independent reporter Yulia Ponomarenko, as of Friday afternoon, local time, 18,000 rifles have been given to the civilian defense forces on the streets of Kiev. And what's the population of Kiev in the millions? Anyone? Anyway, it's way up there. I looked at it, and now the number escaped me. I'm having a bad day.
I think it's around 2 million, if I'm not mistaken.
2.8 or something, I think. Yeah, Leon might. I'm having a bad day here. So BuzzFeed News reported that some fighters were dressed in camouflage while others wore neon puffer coats. We're going from one extreme to the other there. They carried weapons including AK-47s, AR-15s, and shotguns. Thank God for that. According to the BuzzFeed, they were seen standing on nearly every other street corner beside local government buildings and cultural institutions, and on overpasses around the capital. All right, so the one video has social media appeared to show firearms being delivered to anyone who wanted to fight. Ukrainian government agencies also urged citizens to make Molotov cocktails, and the National Guard of Ukraine tweeted out instructions on how to make the weapon. I didn't think they were that hard. Among those taking up arms were Kiev Mayor Vitaly Klitschko, a former boxing champion, who said he was forming territorial defense brigades for volunteers with a military background. If necessary, we are ready to defend our city. And his brother Vladimir is also a former heavyweight champion, is fighting alongside of him. All right. Even the former president's preparing to mount a defense on Kiev. There we go. So it's all pretty much the same thing. See, the Ukrainian public has been bracing for this moment for weeks, and from all walks of life, they've been practicing combat drills with current and former military members on the outskirts of Kiev and on other cities. And we will never surrender. Okay, and then this last part. Here's who said this? Stop the enemy wherever you see it, Zelensky said. The fate of Ukraine depends only on Ukrainians. No one but ourselves will control our lives. We are on our land. The truth is on our side. It will not be possible to destroy our character. Well, even though he did a lot to try to destroy their gun ownership characteristics in the past, apparently. So anyway, that's basically the story. This is what the founding fathers were thinking about when they wrote the Second Amendment, and so there you have it.
I guess this story shows why it is necessary to have an armed citizenry. Okay, because whenever the citizens are armed, we'll have a civilized society. Okay, and that's what Ukraine were missing all of these years, and now they're under the Russian thumb. where it looked like they may lose their country. I don't know what's going to happen there. I don't know if the West will be able to save them, but they may lose their country because their citizens were not armed and trained to use weapons in defense of their land.